Just a quick note before I make this video. A lot of the women in my peer group are about to torture me. They're about to make my life very much harder. They're about to make it impossible for me to survive. So expect odd behaviors, expect new forms of aggression, expect me to do and say things that I've never said or done before, and for people to try and hold that to who I am forever. Expect these things, because I'm challenging what is an entire system of manipulation, robbery. There's a word missing here, it just got taken. But corrupting this whole system of stealing is they're gonna panic and they're gonna do everything they can, which means they're gonna take a lot right now. They're gonna take a lot, and it's gonna cause a lot of losses, which are gonna cause reactions in the inverse direction that create aggression and illogical, restrictive behavior. Just things that don't make sense, that are gonna try and get me killed or get me dead in some way. So just expect these changes. Now, first thing that's happening is already an attempt to make everything I say not make sense or not be comprehensible. This is just the first step of justifying not having to do the right thing. But here's what's been going on. So there's me, who has the ability to justify existence, energy, how this all occurs logically and physically. I can make sense of all of this. And so my contribution of energy and matter is always producing a charge that makes things happen. And so I'm always pushing towards getting what I want, which is, here I said E right, E heaven. It pretty much just putting all my energy in creating the matter of existence that I want. Now, what's occurring is that there is a energy, I don't know what the word is, an energy, what's the word? It sucks in energy. Oh, you already said you were sucking, I caught you. Okay, so pretty much it sucks in the energy that's being distributed, that's being passed around this, let's say a wire here. I'm gonna physically make this all so I can trap it and get it over with. But as I put energy into creating my matter, this energy sucker, I need an absorber. This energy absorber creates a wire that gets close enough to my wire to absorb the energy and take that energy and make a field for itself to sustain its own existence. And here's where we have the E-peds and the E-fights. And this is where they'll say, I have to be a pedophile to survive, or I have to fight to survive. This is why this is happening, because there is an illogical balance that is causing illogical behavior, illogical demands, and illogical suggestion. Them sucking in the energy is demanding that I do things that can justify them taking even more energy. Now, a better way to explain this is, as I put energy into a system that can actually sustain itself and thus create the matter that I want, these guys instead wait for me to develop that energy, wait for me to put it in, and suck it all into their own little trap gates, where they just say that they have a right to buy their own suggestion and restriction, saying that they're justified to take this energy and that it's already theirs because of that justification. I'm gonna have to change the page here, and hold on. So pretty much it works like this. I put my energy out. My energy goes into me creating the matter for my existence. I'm an intelligent guy, so I get rich, I get successful, I get a lot of things. Now these people cannot justify existence. Here we can say that they're cut off from some form of sustainability. And so instead of actually trying to create some form of sustainability, they just suck in energy from whatever high energy sources are around them. For example, myself. And so what it occurs is they have this little knob here. Don't see this all as physical. I'm describing what's happening. Like I said, they're still resisting it, so I don't care. I caught them regardless. They suck in the energy that I'm actually putting into my life. As they do that, I'm passing energy to and getting from something. Their little knob, their little suction knob, takes that energy and takes it and puts it into an energy field that cannot sustain itself logically. Now, at first, it looks like it's just a disagreement. It looks like I won't listen to somebody. It looks like I won't do what somebody wants. It looks like a religious dispute. It looks like there's just some disagreement that we're all having. And here's what it really is that here, at first, it seems like, in this area, that it's just a fight. That there's a connection attempting to be made, and one of us won't just change direction. I won't go this way, and I won't go here to connect with them, and they won't go here to connect with me. That's what it looks like at first. But as time and observation increases, we can see that there are perpetual behaviors of them constantly sucking. And so instead, while being distracted by the idea of a disagreement, what's occurring the entire time is that they're actually just absorbing my energy while distracting me with the idea that there's something that we need to make a connection about. Now, here's what goes on. The energy passes through, energy passes back. They suck that energy in, and they collect energy within a field that cannot justify itself. This causes problems on my end because my current of matter, my current of providence, my current of earning is taken from, causing problems in my own reality. Now, here's what happens. As they take my energy, they create a bed of energy that they claim is theirs, but is actually mine. They know that they still need my energy, so they trap me within that bed. And while I'm already within a bed of my own stolen energy, they then give me that energy back, claiming that it's theirs, so that they can claim that they have a right to take that energy back as a result. However, this cannot sustain itself. It cannot sustain itself because you're just taking energy from and giving it back to the thing that you're stealing it from until there's no energy left. So what happens is, at extreme loss, which is the strategy that my peers have been using for quite a while, especially the women, extreme losses, which is they take so much that they also have to lose so much. And as they lose, they're restricted to a very tight, very, very high frequency pitch, which is a high form of desperation, high-pitched desperation. And what it does is it emulates the sound of a child's voice. It emulates the sounds that we all instinctively try to protect. This is why every time you hear those shrieks, it's designed to get you to want to protect it just by unrelated values to the energy field. And so they use high-pitched desperation to, without any understanding of what's going on, force everybody. Because no matter what, if we hear a baby crying or in danger, we're all going to give up a little bit of what we have to protect it. That's a real thing. So they've been using this form of uncanny high desperation, which is an effective, well, it's no longer effective, I caught it, and using that to try and get us to all protect them while they continue to use this system of stealing and robbing. Yeah, I can feel this. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and turn this all into a machine now. All I really have to do here is, at this point where they are sucking in my energy, once again, I was distracted by the idea that there was something we all needed to agree about, because the idea was that I needed to go this way. But understand that if I ever go this way, because this energy field cannot sustain itself, I'll just collapse with it. Meaning they still need me to be going in this direction while keeping up a disagreement, which is why they constantly keep up a disagreement, so that they can justify this form of in connection here to create the absorption gate. So all I have to do is put a resistor here that prevents, that insulates that absorption, and what happens is they'll high pitch again. They'll reach forms of high desperation. They'll no longer be able to justify themselves, but this time we're just gonna let it happen. They're not gonna have anywhere else to go. This is why I said just expect odd behaviors going forward. Yeah. So this was the one that got me, because I couldn't explain how this was my energy field. So once again, I justify it, and the machine I'm about to make, it's gonna be called the Robin Hood Resistor. I am so cool. I'm such a cool person. Oh no, I'm missing something. Thank you so much. Okay, so as they take energy from me, they create their energy field which cannot justify itself. So the energy field itself creates a current of justifying momentum, a justifying current that says that it's allowed to keep doing it. It says that first, because it is happening, it must continue to happen, but it cannot justify itself why it is happening. So its current then creates a need to take. This is why there's a constant attempt to make me desperate, to make me willing to steal, to force me to take. I dealt with this recently, where they were demanding that I take so that they could justify continuing to take from me, which they refused to admit. So, this energy field actually creates justifying momentum that justifies it continuing to do it. So what it means is, it doing this caused illogical restriction that led to wrong things happening, and then it said that because bad things have happened, that it needs to keep taking. But it caused it, therefore, a high-pitched desperation is going to be reached. And at the high-pitched desperation, it's pretty much this. I say I'm right about something, I prove it, and you guys call me stupid and don't respect me, put me on the street, don't hang out with me, don't help me, and I say, okay, well, you guys are all about to collapse for that. And that's what happens. You collapse. I get mean because I've lost so much. I'm being squeezed so much that it's causing abrupt vibrations, abrupt resistances that are just going to happen naturally because I can sustain this. So at that point, I'm saying aggressive things. I'm like, no, y'all bitch ass niggas owe me, fuck this shit, because that's just what's gonna happen at that point. And so what happens is, you guys lose your energy field because I kind of see what's going on. I hold back. You get to your high-pitched desperation, and this is when I start saying the only option you have is to give me what I want. That's the only option you have here. Give me what I want. And then that's what happens. You give me what I want because you need my energy, and that's the only way you're gonna get it now.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. No, thank you very much.
So that pretty much explains everything. Like I said, it's still messy. They're still trying to avoid admitting that they've been taking from me this whole time. They're still trying to avoid admitting all of this. So the video, this is going to seem like it has loose comprehensions. Just understand this. They're at high desperation. And one of their forms of taking is just pretending that they don't understand anything until they reach high desperation, which once again, high pitch, sounds like children. We have a desire to protect them, so we give them anyway, which just makes the whole situation worse for everybody because they're not going to get better. They're not going to learn. And now we can't sustain a lot of the things that were just already there before they started doing this. So that's the end of all this. I'm gonna make this Robin Hood resistor, and then after that, y'all aren't questioning me anymore because I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of this. One of the things that I forgot to mention with this Robin Hood strategy is that it constantly keeps me in a form of desperation via taking my energy from me, and what that does is they create a system of looping, like a circuit loop in which they cannot justify continuing to take from me, so they do sharp takes, and then they use high desperation to get you to feed them or get you to protect them. And that means that I still lost while they gained without justification. And so at that point, they're forcing me into positions where I have to take in some way, and if I take, then they say we're justified to take again, and they restart the Robin Hood current.